My apologies again, my memory card ended up filling up. But anyways, this was number 20, I believe. The fairly standard expert at the cartel deck, the Erdnase deck. Pretty cool. Anyway, it's pretty nice. Kind of standard. Next on the list, number 19 is, well, it could almost be blue, kind of green. Tungsten deck, which I got from Dan and Dave. It's got very interesting, kind of bizarre chord cards and number cards, as you can see. Pips all over the place. Looks like somebody was high when they were designing this deck or something. What a joke. It's French. It's got French writing on it. Even a little maze. And pretty interesting. Sadly, it's got a one-way design. Again, I don't know. This could almost... It's a one-way back design. I think it's green, but it could almost pass for blue as well. Could have been in the other video, but it came in this one. Whatever. Next on the list is your standards and right back. Don't think I really need to get into that. That's what you get. Standard deck. Pretty cool. I got no complaints with it. Except for they come with this bizarre card that nobody seems to know what it's for. I got a general idea what you do with it. Make it look like you have a bunch of small cards and turn it into a regular deck, but is that it? Anyways, next on the list, number 15 I believe. 16 actually. This one, which I was just looking up the name. It's the bicycle call of CutFulu. Apparently there's a variety of ways to pronounce this. Some albino dragon. Back design's pretty nice. Lots of details. I'm not really a big fan of this CutFulu thing. I've never read the books or anything like that. That's what it's based on apparently. Handles decently. Faces are interesting, as you can see. Chord cards I'm not such a huge fan of because they look like sketches. They look like they're incomplete. And the pips are kind of bizarre as well. A little bit hard to identify them because of all these details they put on them. But other than that, I mean, they're not bad, but they seem like they got too much going on. They seem like they're incomplete chord cards. And it's hard for me to, tell what the hell that is, basically. If it had been a little bit better, it would have been higher on the list for sure. Number 15 is another Heritage deck, Fanatic back. I really like this one. Pretty cool. There's actually a new green Nautic back, which is a reverse. So basically whatever is white on this one is green on the new one, and whatever is green on this one is white on the new one. And I think those are exclusive to Walmart. Poker Sub 52 has some, or had some. I'm not sure if he still has any. I'm trying to get some from him, but he went on vacation like a month ago, and I never heard back from him. I never got anything, so I don't know. But I like these ones. They're pretty nice. I like that much better than the other ones. But that one also would have been on the list had I had it. Next is the leaf back. Holiday leaf back, if you will. Holiday themed like the other decks. Basically standard. But I really like this vintage back design. It's funny because this is one deck that I wanted to have in my collection for a long time, this leaf back. And then all of a sudden it became available. So I was happy. Next is the holiday back. I like this one quite a bit. It's a little bit nicer than the Santa back because it's a two-way design. Again, basically standard faces and everything, as you can see. And You get the Santa Jokers, just like the other deck, and the same ace of spades. Part of the same collection, as you can see. And there's a Joker, pretty cool. And I really like that back design. Basically, it's a rider back in the winter wonderland with snow. And handles nice and everything. And valuable too. Apparently not as valuable as a holiday back, but still valuable. Next on the list, Eco Edition. I'm a big fan of this one. I like the kind of plain looking cardboard box. I like the feel of these cards. They feel a little bit different. They handle nicely. You got green pips instead of red. Green and black court cards. And of course, a green back design. Really nice. And probably could have been higher on the list, but whatever. And it's environmental too. Environmentally friendly. Next on the list is another CutFulu deck. The Steampunk CutFulu. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. This one is from a Nat Iwata. I just got it the other day. And I like it. This is your first look at it. It's got Kongs on every card and in the pips as well. Interesting creatures and people in the court cards. Some of them don't really make much sense, but they're pretty cool. They also got tentacle-like features on the court on the pips as well, as you'll see. There's a Joker. Here's the spades. Another Joker. I really like them. And then the back design features a CutFulu or whatever. Looks like a robotic octopus head guy. And green and kind of some gold as well. And they handle nice and everything. I like them, except they have really big borders. Stay tuned for a full review on this in the coming weeks. Next, we're down to number 10. The Postumo. This one it's exactly the same as the last one in the silver decks, except that it's green. Handles nice, and I like the court cards are kind of funny, a little bit freaky looking. The pips are really cool. And that guy too, sticking that thing through his head. This hilarious. And they handle it really nicely. Number 9 is maybe a green deck, maybe not. The Phoenix Apocalypse. It's kind of got a green feel to it. I don't know, what do you think? Is that green to you? Maybe it's not as bright a green as the other decks, but it's kind of green, I think. And this is kind of cool. It says the end is near on one end, the other side, the end. It's all about the 2012 end of the world, the apocalypse that never happened, Mayan themed court cards, and number cards are a little bit worn out, and that's kind of interesting as well, the sixes. It's pretty cool. Mayan themed deck. I like it. And it handles nice. Probably my favorite out of all the Phoenix decks. It's the most custom one. Number 8 is the Deck of the Living Dead from Bent Castle. It comes in black and also green, and I like it. It's not USB-C, it doesn't handle the greatest, and there's a black one for you. I mean, and it's not the nicest back design, not the prettiest back design. Just a bunch of skulls and body parts, I guess. But the faces are really nicely done. They look like fences, like gates. The cemetery or whatever. Interesting court cards. Roman numerals on all the faces. the X cards, which could be used for games, your aces. Everything is well done. And here's a cool Joker. And I'm looking forward to the latest decks coming soon. So that's that. If I can get it back in there now. There we go. Number 7. The greenest deck you'll ever find. The Hemp deck. Yes, it does have a one-way back design and everything, and it handles not too badly. But it's definitely green. I like the faces. I like the code cards having greens and reds and everything, and red eyes in some cases, I think, or not. They almost look like it, but they're not. But really nice. And they got the little hemp leaf on the jokers, and the ace of spades, the ace of weed, as I like to say. Just, you know, considering it's just a USBC deck, it's pretty well done. Number 6. Green tally ho. I like it. I like it. Very nicely done. But basically standard. But I love circlebacks, and so it's up there. Near the top. That's how you say. Number 5 is a reprint of the Smoke and Mirror Eco. It's got some nice embossing and everything. Of course, wasted cards, metallic inks, green pips, and everything, and of course metallic green back design with sort of small borders. Pretty nice, but does not beat the original in my opinion. Number 4, the crown deck, the green crown. I like it. It's what you get for a back design. I'll just leave it at that. We all know what it's like. It looks like. If you don't, go check out my review on them. Surprisingly, no crown luxury in green yet, but I would not be surprised if it comes out eventually. Number 3, Madison Dealers. Pretty nice. They look pretty cool when you fan them and everything, but they are borderless. Apparently they are marked as well, if I recall correctly. Double backer, which seems kind of weird. Code cards, slight customization. They feature faces of people that are close to Daniel Madison, relatives, friends. You get the dead Joker as a reveal for your clubs, and its feet. It's kind of cool. And then the other one is just dead. Dead for sure. We have nice ace of spades. Very standard, but nice, and they handle very nicely. Whoops, that wasn't that good. You knew this is going to be near the top. Number 2 is the first edition Eco Smoke and Mirror. We just seen that basically. This one, same idea. Don't think there's metallic inks on them, and you get your non-green jokers and your simplified code cards. Then you get red pips instead of green. That could only be one, and that is the number 1, and that is Emerald Artifice, because I like the Artifice series. I like the back design. To me, I kind of like it with the borders a little bit better than without, because it's better for performing. I mean, it looks good without the borders, but it's not so good for performing. And of course, I love these custom faces, upside down jokers. And the code cards look amazing, and I just love it. That is all the green decks. And probably my last top 10 color decks, top whatever color decks for a while. Anyways, that's what I got. I'll see you next time.